Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. We're looking at the two-game NBA slate for tonight. It's the second night of the play-in games. We have a couple of fun games, the Spurs against the Grizzlies, and then the Lakers against the Warriors, as the late-night hammer will be fun. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Hopefully you guys had a good night yesterday. Made some money on DraftKings, and those double-ups squeaked out in them, in like 261 plus on DraftKings. Kemba Walker was great. Sabonis was solid. Like, Drummond was a great value play. Some other guys did solid, but Beal was a bit disappointing. Smart got hurt, and he couldn't really get it going. And then Robin Lopez was pretty bad as well as a value play. But I just made some money. Looking forward to tonight. Hopefully we can cash in tournaments as well. So let's get started. As always, appreciate if you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow on Twitter at the DFS Process for updates. And let's get started. So, point guard plays today. We have Steph Curry checking in at $10,100. He's more expensive than LeBron James, which I guess kind of makes sense the way that Steph Curry's been playing. He's been playing out of his mind to get the Warriors to where they're at right now. Without Curry's last month, they wouldn't even have been in this situation. And LeBron James just missed so much time. Even when he has played recently, he's had to leave the game, go to the locker room to look at his ankle a couple of times. I do expect LeBron to play like big minutes in this game and to just like fully play and give it his all, but I would probably still lean to Steph Curry over LeBron, just because I think Curry is going to have to do a little bit more scoring. LeBron still has Anthony Davis who can lean on, and I still think Curry is just a little bit of a better play. And then you have Ja Morant, $8,300. He's been up and down all season. You never know what you're getting out of Ja Morant. You could get 60 out of him. You could also get like 29 or even like 22 out of him. 83 against the Spurs. They are a pretty good defensive team. I mean, I think I'd rather go down to like a DeJounte Murray, who should play huge minutes in this game to be locked in on Ja Morant. He's going to be out there trying to defend him and slow him down. He's also going to be trying to get his own scoring. And I love playing a guy like DeJounte Murray, who gets you a little bit of everything: points, rebounds, assists. Especially great with the steals. You can at least count on 1 to 2, maybe 3 steals per game, maybe 1 or 2 blocks. He's not really known for that, but he's a guy that will shoot 10 plus times. He's a decent shooter, not the best three-point shooter, but he's a guy that can drive to the rim, get his easy points with the layups, and he should be able to facilitate and get some rebounds. So $6,300 for him. Looks like a great play, especially without Derek White. And then Dennis Schroeder is $6,100. He also looks great just because the Lakers are going to need somebody else to score besides LeBron and Davis. And Schroeder's also missed quite a bit of time. He's come back recently, last couple of games. He's played 27, 29 minutes. Good price tag still for him at 61. He's going to be the third man on the team. So a lot of these games recently, they've been without Davis or LeBron, or both Davis and LeBron that he's played in like April. I still like Murray more than Schroeder, but I would say Schroeder is definitely in play. I'm not really looking at Talen Horton-Tucker today, not with the Lakers pretty much all healthy with LeBron, Davis, Schroeder. So Horton-Tucker shouldn't get big minutes. Jordan Poole, same kind of deal. I'm not looking to pay $47 for him. There's still no Oubre, so he should get at least some run off the bench. Maybe he can get you like 20, 22 fantasy points, but I would rather go up for one of these better players or go down for some better value just based on the price tag. And then in the 3K range here, nothing crazy. You could look at Patty Mills just because Pop loves playing him, and he's going to get you like 22 to 25 minutes off the bench. You could pop off if he has a good shooting game. And that's like the only good value play I'm going to consider. But even then, I'm not super confident in him. So go ahead and plug in DeJounte Murray. He's just too cheap at $6,300. At shooting guard, you have Andrew Wiggins, $6,600. He's also stepped up nicely for the Warriors. He's been super efficient shooting. Some of these games recently that he's had very good games. And there's still no Kelly Oubre, so he's going to be the second scoring option besides Steph Curry. He's going to play huge minutes just for his defense and the fact that they don't have a ton of wings right now without Kelly Oubre. So Wiggins looks good at $6,600. Dillon Brooks wanted to get a bit of a cheaper Grizzly. He's also going to be out there. He's good for his defense. He can also shoot the three. He's only $5,800. I think you can definitely go with him at your shooting guard or small forward position. I'd rather go to him than Desmond Bane, who's only $1,000 cheaper. I'd rather play him over Poole, over Melton, over Lonnie Walker. And then now that the Lakers are healthy, like KCP, Caruso, they're kind of going to be tough to pin down. I guess KCP still, that just because he's still starting, he looks fine. And then Grayson Allen, if he's back, he would be a decent option at only $3,900. And then you still have, maybe you can look to Patty Mills, but that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and put in Dillon Brooks for now. If I'm not going to play John Moran, at least try to get to one of these Grizzlies guards. Small forward, LeBron looks great, but DeRozan is only $7,000. That price tag is ridiculous. DeRozan's going to play huge minutes today. He should play like 38 to 40. He's their best player, obviously. He does a little bit of everything. Him and Murray are a great combination to play, especially without Derek White. Like, they're just so safe in the minutes, and the production is always there for a guy like DeRozan. He's aggressive with the shooting. He takes good shots. He's not out there shooting like threes, barely shoots threes. He's mainly inside the perimeter, inside like 15 to 17 feet is his sweet spot, and then he can drive to the basket as well. Also has a ball in his hand, so he gets some assists, and he's a decent rebounder. He's way too cheap at $7,000. And then I'm not looking to Bazemore or Kuzma. I'd rather go to like Anderson at 53. Rudy Gay also looks like a good play. Veteran off the bench. He's been playing more for the team ever since they ever since they released Aldridge. And at only $4,000, he looks like a good value if you needed to go to a cheap guy. There's not really anybody besides him that I would consider in the small forward position. But DeRozan is way too cheap, $7,000. Power forward, we have Anthony Davis, $10,200. You have Draymond, $74. I like Draymond. He's been also playing great. Triple-double upside for him. Also should be out there for big minutes. Jaren Jackson also is in play for me. He's only $5,900. He always tends to get into foul trouble, but I would say even if he in limited minutes, he's still been able to do some damage, like 26 minutes, 37 DraftKings points, 25 minutes, 32 DraftKings points. He's always a great per-minute producer on the season. 29 DraftKings points in just 23.5 minutes. Good price tag. He would be my second or third favorite Grizzly to target. Anderson is still affordable. Another guy that does a little bit of everything for the Grizzlies. And then you have Keldon Johnson, $4,400. They start him. Sometimes he has good games. Sometimes he just sucks. And if he sucks, I wouldn't be shocked if Pop just puts in Rudy Gay. So they're both pretty similarly priced. I think Johnson will be more popular just because he's only $400 more and he starts. But Gay could be a nice contrarian pivot. And so that's it for the position. Not a ton of options. I would go with Draymond. Nice price tag for him. Good chance to get you 40, maybe like 50 upside if he happens to have a triple-double. At center, it is Drummond is 64. He's been fine recently. They still have Davis can play some center. They have Montrezl Harrell, who is only $3,800. I mean, that might be a great value just to get to him as a backup center. That might be something to go with. I know the Warriors don't play big, so they do play some lineups with Draymond at the 5. In those situations, they could play Davis at the 5. But 38 for Montrezl Harrell. If he needed a value play, I mean, that looks to be one of the better ones because he could easily come off the bench, have a very solid game, maybe have a close chance to get a double-double or even 10 points, 5 rebounds, a block or steal, and right out of the gate he has 24, 25 DraftKings points. But then you have Jakob Poeltl's also very affordable. It's only $4,900. So I don't think I want to pay all the way up for a Valanciunas or Drummond today. I'd rather go down to a Jakob Poeltl or I go to a Montrezl Harrell. Give me Poeltl. I have a ton of Spurs in here, 3 Spurs, but they're just so nicely priced. It's tough to just kind of completely avoid them. And then we'll be able to probably get up to a Curry, $10,100. Get to Steph Curry. Should play monstrous minutes. He's been awesome. I mean, LeBron's also a decent option to go with here if you wanted to pay up. I'm going to at least try to get to one of Curry or LeBron. Davis also in the mix, but I'll just go with Curry. I like the way he's been playing recently. I do think the Lakers will win this game, but I still think Curry will keep it close, and if he drops 65 DraftKings points, would not be shocked at all. Still leaves with 42.50. You could plug in a cheap guy. Cheap center like a Montrezl Harrell maybe. You can maybe go with a Grayson Allen if he plays, Rudy Gay, KCP. Still have plenty to make it work. So I feel pretty good about these 6. Really like the price tags on all of them. So let's go ahead and jump over to FanDuel. All right, on FanDuel here, you have Curry at 10.4. You have John Morant 75, Murray is 77, and then Dennis Schroeder is 55. So a lot of different pricings here, especially on DeJounte Murray and Dennis Schroeder. At $5,500, I think Schroeder looks appealing. But if you wanted to get to at least one of these, get to one of these 4 top-end point guards, or one of the 4 starting point guards. Shooting guard, it is Dillon Brooks looks good, but DeRozan looks probably a lot better. Like Brooks 68 isn't the best price tag. I like him a lot more on DraftKings. I'd rather go to DeRozan as my favorite. And then I go down to like a Lonnie Walker maybe, or depending on Grayson Allen news, we can look to Allen if he does play and start, or we can look to like a Desmond Bane or DeAnthony Melton. But I'll go with DeRozan at $7,500. Small forward, not very deep, so it might be a good spot to get to LeBron. Also go to a guy like Kyle Anderson, or a Kyle Kuzma is only $4,000. Like he can absolutely put up like teens or low 20s DraftKings points, but he can also have a decent game off the bench. I'd say he's probably worth a shot at that price tag at only $4,000. I like him more than KCP just with the usage that he gets. And then you have Bazemore at 53, who's not the most appealing play. And then you have Kyle Anderson. So for right now, plug in Kyle Kuzma at only $4,000. He's just pretty affordable. At power forward, you have Draymond, Anthony Davis. Davis is up to $11,000. Then you have, I like Draymond, $8,200. You also have Jaren Jackson at the position. You don't have a ton of options here, so it makes sense to get to at least one of the top end guys. You have Rudy Gay also as a decent option at his price tag, $4,600. And we'll see at center here. You have Jakob Poeltl, 63. You have Drummond, 7,000, and then you have Valanciunas, 87. Pretty high price tag for Valanciunas. He's been really great for the team recently, so it kind of makes sense. You have Jakob Poeltl, 63. He should be out there for good minutes defending Valanciunas. I wouldn't absolutely hate going with Jakob Poeltl at 63. You could go with Montrezl Harrell as well at $4,000, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice the only center spot on FanDuel for him. So actually, we'll probably be able to get to LeBron here if we wanted to. $10,000 for LeBron. I don't know. Maybe looks better than Kuzma, but be able to get to at least one pay up at that position. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. Best of luck tonight, and I'll see you all next time.